Welcome to Disney Odd Pod.
I'm Kat.
I'm Dee.
And this week, it's the classic fish out of water, only this time, our protagonist eats the fish.
And the rotten Jungle to Jungle from 1997.
Wow. Why are they rotten?
I don't know, they're just gross.
They did look really
fish.
gross when they were on the thing, like definitely fake.
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry right now. I gotta get on a plane that's gotta be back at the museum by 5 o'clock.
I've got to get back here. New York stockbroker Michael Cromwell has an appointment in the Amazon.
Rana?
At a remote Indian village.
Oh my God. It's Gilligan's Island.
He's not sure what he's doing there.
If we get to pick our own names, I'd like to pick man who's extremely well endowed.
Sorry, it's already taken.
But he's about to find out.
The boy sitting next to the fire over there is your son.
That is my son? What am I supposed to do now?
Now,
The chief has given Mimi the task of bringing fire back from the Statue of Liberty.
No.
he's bringing home his son from one jungle to another.
You're gonna have to learn what men do in my jungle. Wanna go someplace, all you do is wave your arm.
Magic.
Oh, magic will be if he understands English.
And the big city is going to get
What are you doing?
Feed Matika.
What's Matika?
a little savage. Walt Disney Pictures presents
He's doing a fey ray! No, don't come back here!
a story about the lessons of childhood.
Open up! What's going on?
Your son was in his hammock with my daughter.
What? Open this door right now! All right!
And the rewards of fatherhood.
Oh, no.
Tim Allen,
Coco?
Jungle to Jungle.
What's that? It's a mouse. Go get it. Oh.
This movie's not something I would pick off of the buffet, but if somebody was like, here, try my casserole, and I ate it, I would kind of just be like, I'm not mad, but like, I don't really want to eat it again.
I think it's a lot like the lizard guts. You're just going to wash them off into the river and...
I don't think it's that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I don't think it's that bad. I kind of like it,
No.
but I'm not going to watch it again.
You're having like a hallucinatory effect or something.
No, I just don't think it's that bad of a movie.
It's not. It's terrible. This movie is awful. It's so stupid.
Correct, sir.
It's almost the same shit over and over and over again.
Okay, it is, but any of these movies where they take somebody who's out from not the big city and bring them to the big city,
That's not even what I'm talking about.
It's so the same thing.
That is literally the exact trope of every single movie.
What was the one we watched? The World's Greatest Athlete. You have that one.
This is basically a shot-for-shot remake.
Well, there's no like athletics, but
he's athletic.
But he's not like running in a race. But there, when we watched George of the Jungle, or we watched, or we didn't watch it, but Crocodile Dundee, they're all the same
Mighty
thing.
Joe Young.
Oh, God. Totally different, though. At least there's a hot chick in that one.
Yeah, they took her out of the jungle.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I was curious what you were excited. I just don't think it's that bad. Like,
It's not the worst. It's not Santa Claus 3.
And there's a lot working against this. It has Tim Allen in the main hero figure, which nobody wants to root for Tim Allen in a hero position.
Tim Allen is not good in this. He's not funny. The blandest Tim Allen you can buy.
That's why I thought you'd think it was okay, because he wasn't like extra Tim Allen.
But nobody wants this Tim Allen.
Well, nobody wants Tim Allen anyway, I don't think.
Or the Martin Short that they brought. I don't even know who that Martin Short is.
Yeah, that's...
Like, what the fuck was that all about?
We'll get to that.
He's a supplicant little wiener?
And it was a really weird thing. Like, he was like doing a bunch of movies. So I was like, why did you do this movie?
I don't know.
This is so weird. Like, I don't know.
And then this movie was so magical, they had to put him back together for Santa Claus 3.
The most magic. Okay. Let me read the synopsis. Wow, that punch
You need some seltzer water?
It's just like, it was not anything, and then it goes into the back of your cheek, and it's like, tangy. Like, it's good, but it's just a lot. I don't even need alcohol. It's like, ooh.
Some whisker right there.
No, ew. That would be so gross. Cranberry and whiskey. Okay. Jungle to Jungle. 1997. Family comedy. Tim Allen is added again as commodities broker Michael Cromwell, king of the Wall Street jungle. With money, power, and an engagement to a beautiful fashion designer, he has it all. But when Michael travels to the Amazon to finalize the divorce from his first wife, a jungle doctor... Jungle doctor. She reveals that he also has a blow dart shooting, giant spider carrying 13-year-old son, Mimi Siku. Cultures clash when Mimi is entrusted by his tribal chief to bring back fire from the Statue of Liberty. Back home in New York, Michael must somehow convince Mimi that pets are not for eating and it's not nice to chase people with your killer spider. But when Michael's partner, Martin Short, crosses a Russian mob boss in a coffee bean deal, Mimi and Michael must use all of their jungle skills in a hysterical father-son rescue.
Jesus fucking Christ, how long is that goddamn thing gotta be?
Contains tobacco descriptions.
Wait. Oh yeah, the gross lady was smoking.
For like a second.
Yeah.
Speaking of gross lady, she is like the most stereotypical...
Oh yeah.
Let's pick a lady who's going to be a super bitchy, quote, fiance that's, quote, hot. She's like 90s, like... Is she even 90s hot?
No, I don't think she's ever hot.
But she's like a lady that Hollywood picks for the girlfriend that's supposed to be hot, but is not like really hot.
It's like totally believable that you could leave her.
Yeah, she's not that hot.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The first wife is not that hot either. Ooh. But she's more interesting than this lady. Like, at least she's a jungle doctor.
I think the first wife very old. Like, actually Tim Allen's age.
So, the director, John Paskin, he just really likes Tim Allen.
Yeah, he did a lot of Home Improvement, Last Man Standing, the Santa Claus.
The original Santa Claus, which is the only acceptable Tim Allen.
He's Tim Allen's director, essentially.
Yeah. He's like, hey, Tim, I got this project. Okay, sign me up.
Or the other way around. Hey, I got this project. I need a director.
Do you really think that Tim Allen is, like, excited to do these parts, or do you think he's just doing it for the money?
Well, isn't it? I think for him, that's probably one and the same.
He picks so many bad movies.
But there's nothing that he can do that's going to be good. There's no, like, oh, this is the good Tim Allen project.
Well, Toy Story.
That doesn't count.
What do you mean it doesn't count?
Being a voice on something good doesn't count. Because anybody can be cast in those movies. And it's not like it's successful because Tim Allen is the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
Well, okay. No, probably not.
Yeah.
But, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Point made. And then the writing team, Bruce Evans and Reynold Gideon... They were... okay, so there's three... The people... This is really interesting. They listed the three French writers...
Well, yeah,
that wrote the original movie, but the people who actually wrote this screenplay... You had to click on the thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
They wrote Stand By Me.
Stand By Me!
Interesting.
Well, they just adapted this, so they were just kind of...
Well, they just adapted Stand By Me also. Remember? It's a Stephen King book.
But that takes a little more adapting than this stupid shit.
Yeah, but it was just weird that they put those three French directors. I was like, oh, just the French director. Okay, interesting. 3 Frenchmen.
And then our actors, of course, Tim Allen and Martin Short. Big stars.
Big stars. Well, yeah, it just was weird. Like, I figured they would pick, like, an unknown guy for Martin Short's part, because it was just... They didn't do anything with him.
Well, they did plenty, but... They just didn't have the right guy. Like, Martin Short's supposed to be funny.
But the part wasn't... Like, that's what I mean. They didn't let him...
the guy wasn't funny.
Let him do anything.
That's basically his part.
He was like a... I can't... There's an actor that I'm thinking of that plays those kind of parts all the time, and I can't think... I can't think about it right now.
I don't even know who you'd be thinking of.
There's like a very specific guy, and I can't even picture what he looks like, but there's like something floating in the back of my brain of, oh, he plays that guy.
Number 2.
He plays that guy. But so, yeah, I thought that the girlfriend, Lolita Davidovich, I was like, oh, she's probably been in lots of stuff. She has, but she's always like blonde or
yeah, she's just a lady on TV, yeah.
She's just some lady they can put in an episode of Seinfeld somewhere.
Yeah, she can throw She can throw her titties out on a platter and be there and then be gone. And then the mom, Jo Beth Williams.
She's actually done a lot, though.
Well, she was the lady in Poltergeist, like the mom.
Oh, right.
And she was the mom in the movie Dutch, which is a great movie.
And she was in The Big Chill and Kramer vs. Kramer. So she's pretty big in the 80s, like the late
Early
80s.
80s, yeah.
But she's still acting. Like, she's still doing stuff. She's still trucking.
She's still Jo Beth.
Jo Beth Williams.
And everybody's favorite, Sam Huntington, who I cannot stand this kid's voice.
We eat cat. We are not going to eat the cat. Cat's job, feed people.
Or the look on his face.
Baboon!
Baboon! And he's in this other movie that's also a stupid-ass movie called
movie?
Detroit Rock City.
I don't know anything about that. What is this movie?
Oh, man, it's such a
No, what is it? Tell me.
It's like these like 4 high school kids, they have to get to like this Kiss show in Detroit in like the 70s.
Okay.
And, all the misadventures that follow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And
Misadventures in babysitting.
Yeah, and this kid is, I think he might be the main kid.
I'm gonna be in St. Bernard's boarding school for the next 2 years of my life, remember? Yes! I'm gonna be out of your hair until I am a legal adult! Yes! Then all you have to do is go to church, light a candle, and pray to some stupid little statue for me, and all is forgiven and forgotten, right, Mom? Then you can spend your days in a guilt-free pursuit of more constructive activities, like telling everybody else how screwed up their lives are. And then you no longer need the patience and understanding required in order to talk to your own son on some normal plane.
So his name sounds familiar?
See, that's not what I thought his name was. I thought he had some exotic name.
No.
No, this kid is just a...
But he's still acting also. He's just does a ton of different TV.
Yes.
No, he is. He's still doing stuff. But, okay, so the chick, the daughter, Lily Sobieski.
She's famous because of her name, yeah.
She was super popular for like a 2-year stretch in the late night, like right after this movie. She
was in Deep Impact
and she was in this movie that I actually watched a number of times. It's like a thriller movie called The Glass House.
Thriller!
Where her and her brother's parents are killed, and then their parents' friends take them in, but the friends are not what they seem. Oh my god, it's a mystery.
Yeah, she was supposed to be like the next big thing, but
I think they realized that she's not a good actress.
Yeah,
she's not attractive.
Act. Yeah.
I think they thought she was, attractive for a hot second, and then people would realize, oh, she's really not that attractive and not that great of an actress.
Yeah, she's, not that great. And I'll just give a shout out to the lady who always plays a mom in, every movie and TV show.
Oh, yeah, the mom.
The mom of Lily Sobieski, the Valerie Mahaffey.
Well, she always plays, a mom or, a nosy neighbor, a church lady.
Oh, yeah. She's the same thing in every movie, and it's hilarious.
She's got her low braid with the big scrunchie on the end, and her hair, what is that? Where the hair is, poofed up at the front, but they have it in a low braid.
Yeah.
It's the church lady hairdo.
Yeah.
Did you get any fun facts?
This was pretty devoid of these fun facts. The only thing that really rings out to me is that it was Siskel's worst movie of 1997, which I can see that.
Okay, so I feel really stupid because I read that fact and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I wasn't thinking Siskel and Ebert, and I literally didn't write it down because I was like, who the fuck cares who this random blogger is?
The fucking...
I know.
The first iteration of this podcast was literally named after the Siskel and Ebert show. Their show was called At the Movies.
Oh, I see. I had no idea. I don't know anything about my history. Yeah. No, but I just read that and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Whatever, I'm not going to write that down. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they listed it as the worst movie of 1997.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate.
I mean, I'm sure there were some other stinkers, but...
Well, it is a remake of a French film from 1994.
Little Indian Big City.
Except for it takes place in Paris and not New York City.
Gay Paris!
And he climbs the Eiffel Tower instead of the Statue of Liberty.
Which does make a little more sense, but... The Statue of Liberty is not really a climbing thing.
I mean, he climbed it in this movie.
Kinda. He climbed out the window and then had nowhere to go. It's like, oh yeah. You can't really climb the copper statue.
Yeah. Although I would imagine there's some way you can inside you can climb up to the fire part.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
For maintenance or whatever.
Yeah,
but the Statue of Liberty is something I feel like if you go to New York, it's I can look at it from far away, but do you really need to visit it?
I think a lot of people do.
If we went there, would we need to visit it?
Oh, no.
That's
I
what
wouldn't
I
even
mean.
go look at it.
It's the Space Needle, or it's just there.
No, who cares?
It's a lot of if
they shined it up like a copper penny again, I'd be interested.
I think it's just more meaningful, I guess, to people who my relatives came here and blah 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 past the Statue of Liberty.
Most of my relatives have been here since before there was a Statue of Liberty.
Well, same with mine. So I guess maybe that's why we're both like, whatever, fuck it. Who cares about liberty?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
No, that is definitely it for this.
So I have one more. An entire day of shooting was left in a cab in New York City, and they never recovered it, so they had to redo it.
Oh my goodness!
I just which scene is it? Was it a deleted scene?
You've got to wonder the person who found that, if they just never stopped throwing up. They're just like, oh my god, what is this? Blah.
Or they're like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
They thought it was real, like some secret news. Oh my god, there's a kid climbing the Statue of Liberty.
A home movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad they didn't say which day it was.
Like what they were filming. I'm like, what were you filming that day? Was it something cool or was it something stupid that you're like, oh shit?
I would almost be willing to bet it involved a spider.
There was a lot of the what's the spider's name again?
Matika.
Matika. There is a lot of that Matika spider in this movie.
You don't say. We'll be talking about that later.
This abnormally large spider.
Tarantula.
It's bigger than a tarantula.
Well, it's just a tarantula.
I don't know, that opening beach shot where it's chasing Tim Allen around the beach, it's pretty big.
Well, if you didn't notice that, they were using a string. It wasn't even the same spider. It was just a fake spider on a string.
I'm sure that it was. Okay, so are we gonna blow dart our way through this? There's a lot of that, too.
Shoot our way through it. I'm really surprised that there was no swinging tree to tree. I'm a little disappointed that there was no tree to tree.
There's a lot of stuff that they could have done that they didn't do. But, I don't know. They spent, too much time on,
nothing.
The girlfriend or something. I don't know. Just, they could have done more with that, even.
On Lottie. Charlotte.
Oh, Charlie.
Was her name Charlie?
It's Charlotte, but he kept calling her Charlie.
Oh, I kept writing down Lottie because her name was Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlie! See, he's secretly gay. He wants her to be a dude.
Not so much.
Charlie!
Okay.
All the hot chicks named Charlie.
Oh my god, so many. Including Johnny Depp and Willy Wonka. Looks like a chick. The new Willy Wonka.
His name is Charlie?
Oh, no, you're right. That's the kid. No, I forgot. Never mind.
Starts in the heart. It starts in the heart. Way down in your soul. It starts in the heart. Brick by brick and stone by stone, we all find a way to build a wall.
All right, so we start off with stockbroker Tim Allen and Martin Short. Big, important men in New York.
Important men who think important thoughts.
Well,
buying copy.
After we saw Mimi
going
around. Well, Jungle Kid doing jungle shit, basically. Going around.
There's a little jungle intro, but
yeah, so...
And we see Tim Allen, he's got to go to a foreign country to get a divorce.
Why would this ever happen? Why could you... If he can sit there and send emails in the remote place, can't she just sign the fucking papers remotely?
Well, if you didn't, read into the underlying thing, he thought that she was going to try and take money from him. That he was going to have to, bribe her, essentially,
So, the whole them breaking up is the weakest part of this whole movie because it's just so stupid. It's
he stopped paying attention to her.
I know, but so what? So she just left and you were like, okay, bye?
Well, he was paying so little attention that she left.
I know, but that's not very believable to me.
I think it is believable for a young stockbroker.
I don't think...
Especially if the lady doesn't really care about money. They met in college or something. Yeah, it would make sense.
I don't know. I think it's a bit of a stretch. I think you would notice if somebody that was living with you was no longer there.
Yeah, but those people who are young stockbrokers work 90 hours a week.
Yeah, that's true. And she just wants to go be a jungle doctor, whatever that means. But apparently she's helping piglets give birth, so I don't know.
She's the doctor of all
She's
things.
A doctor, a vet. She's probably a botanist, too. She just knows everything. But yeah, so he has to go to Caracas, which is in Venezuela.
And then to a smaller place
Yeah, because she had to stay and
Well, because Caracas is like the capital. That's not even where we met. They made up some other town, like Canambrian or something.
Oh, yeah.
Where he met the first guy that then had to take him into a boat. He's like, okay, yeah, we're all the way here. Oh, she couldn't make it today.
So, what's the deal? Where is Patricia?
We received this letter from your wife today. Senora Cromwell says that she could not come to Canaima, but she wants us to get you to Lipo Lipo.
Wait a second, what are you talking about? I traveled 3,000 miles to get here and she doesn't show up? What's that about?
Abe has a saying. He who knows what a woman wants knows everything. But not even God knows that.
I'm sorry, but, like, he doesn't even pack any regular clothes. Like, why would you wear a suit to Venezuela?
I think that's like a 90s trope kind of thing.
It is a 90s trope.
Because it's before people did flying in your yoga pants thing.
I
So
know.
if you think about it on his part, all he was doing was flying in, signing some paperwork, and flying right back on the airplane.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
he's just staying dressed for the airplane. Like, he doesn't need anything else.
But they're on the boat, and he's, like, sticking his hand in the water, and the guy's like, oh, hey, I wouldn't do that. Why would you not know, like, I shouldn't put my hand in the water in the fucking Amazon?
Piranha gag.
But not even piranhas. There's, like, is it crocodiles or alligators?
I don't know what's in Venezuela.
In Amazon. Nile... No, that's
Coke
in Egypt.
hippos.
But there's all kinds... Everybody who's anybody knows that there's a bunch of fucked up shit in the Amazon jungle, and you just...
Well, it's not the Amazon, it's just the jungle. But the number one thing I would be afraid of is disease.
But that's what I mean. Like, he's just so oblivious to just everything, and it just drives me fucking crazy.
So he shows up at the village, he's annoying, and he is setting up like a video call thing to do his trade.
But he doesn't even finish it.
But he doesn't hit confirm.
Which you think somebody of his experience and would know.
Yeah, but maybe he's not used to doing something remote. This is a long time before Zoom.
I understand that, but he would know. Like, that's the other unbelievable part of this. Like, especially that amount of money, because he was talking about $300,000.
That's $300,000 profit. Yeah.
Yeah, like no, there's no way. I don't buy it.
And so he walks away from it, and this whole thing. Oh, there's like the computer porn.
Oh yeah, the lady's like, "Hello, you."
Hello, you.
And then all the natives are like keep repeating it.
Old timey computer. Yeah, they all want to see more of the lady. Is what they want to see.
Right.
And his ex-wife doctor's just like, oh, you're stuck here for a couple days.
And by the way, that's your son.
Oh my god. And he's like, you have a son. She's like, and he didn't even hear her first because he's too busy talking. Kid's name's like Mitsubishi or some shit.
Mimisuku.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Translates to cat piss.
He said Mitsubishi at first. And then they're having party night. Woo!
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's not quite party night. Because doesn't he go off...
Oh, farty night. Sorry, I read my note wrong.
Yeah.
He has to go sleep with all the guys and they're all farting all
the
night.
bachelors.
Even though they're outside, so it wouldn't really matter.
Right. And, yeah. And he sees Mimi and he goes and gives some girl a pot, which we later find out means they were gonna bang.
Yeah.
Which is just...
The kid's like, I am a man, dumbass.
So the next day, he goes with Mimi out in the canoe.
And they do this, like, word salad thing.
Mimi's like, oh no, I speak English just fine. Yeah. I'm just a dick.
Yeah.
And there's a scene on the beach where, the spider gets out and is chasing him, and it's my pet, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's just a very...
He eats people who scream. It's nice to people who are quiet. So then he promises he'll take him to New York when he's a man. Yeah,
you know this is coming because he says, when I'm a man, you'll take me to New York. And he's like, yeah, I promise. And then you see this ceremony, you're like, oh, this is where he's going to become a man.
Yeah, they make him a man. So now he has to take the kid to New York. And spider shenanigans.
Okay. This is also one of the most unbelievable parts of this movie. Why would you not, the first thing you do when you get to the airport in Venezuela, get this kid some fucking clothes? And also, this is just... He has all these weapons and shit that he brought with him. It's just ridiculous. Like, this would not happen. It's ridiculous.
Why not?
How did he get those through security?
It's pre 9/11.
Well, okay, yes. Well, more on that later. But... It's just so...
You can take whatever you wanted.
I know, but on the plane?
Yeah.
A spider like that?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't...
Pre-9/11.
I don't know about that.
You could have taken, like, a machete.
But it's just so insane. Like, why would he let him bring this stuff? Why wouldn't he just say, hey, you don't need that? Like, why wouldn't he? I just don't understand why he's like setting him up to fail.
The only stupid thing was that he was carrying his bow everywhere.
That's what I mean. Like, he would tell him, you don't need all that, and we're going to get you some clothes, because it's...
They would have got him clothes in Caracas.
That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't make sense. And he's like, here, just chill around. Because
even at the airport, they would have just got him,
that's what I... Like, an I Love New York sweatshirt. Like, that would have been more effective of, we got to get you some clothes. And they could.
But no, he has to have the face paint and the loincloth.
And then Martin Short shows up at the airport. He's like, oh my god, everyone's freaking out. The coffee prices have plummeted and you didn't tell me to sell. And he's like, yes, I did. And he's like, no, you didn't.
Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Ah! So we are introduced to his weird new, soon-to-be fashion whore of a wife.
Just act natural. So did you miss me, darling?
I missed you very much.
My pieces in the show were such a hit that Michael Cromwell, this is Ian Finch Chumley.
Good to meet you. Hi, Michael.
He's going to be doing a profile on me for the Fashion Channel. He'll be following me from now through the spring collection, and he'll be covering the wedding as well. Isn't that fabulous?
There's a fashion channel? Yeah.
Trashy.
She's
but
like...
yet supposed to be high class.
She's just supposed to be like a fashion person.
Yeah.
A fashion designer.
And she's being filmed.
Yeah, by some guys making a documentary, because she's... Martin Short's daughter is trying on a bridesmaid's dress for the wedding.
Well, yeah, she's going to be part of the wedding.
Right. And that's why they're there filming it, because they're like documenting
But for some reason, that girl's there by herself without either of her parents.
Right. She's there with, like, Tim Allen's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
she doesn't like children, so it doesn't really make sense of, like, why would she even agree to carry this brat around? Like, the mom should have been there.
And then Mimi goes out on the building's edge, and everybody's freaking out.
Oh my god! Even though there's a huge lip there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a big deal,
and
honestly.
when they come in, Tim Allen is screaming at him in front of all the people. Ha ha ha. Then we go back to their apartment, and the fucking kid eats cat food after threatening to eat the cat.
Oh, yeah, because they're... Well, and that's the thing is... Well, he did get him some clothes, finally. But I don't know why Tim Allen would ever think this would be a good environment for this kid to be in. Oh, let's have all these super douchey fashion people come over with my son that knows nothing about anything.
Yeah. And these people who are in a total fantasy world of arty fashion bullshit.
They're supposed to be portrayed as, like, the worst kind of people, because they are.
Yeah,
typically.
that's what I mean. They live in a fantasy world, like, literally. He's like, oh no, the kid's temporary, and he's out sleeping on the hammock outside, and Tim Allen self-darts himself.
He keeps wanting to play with this thing, and I'm like, why do you keep picking this up?
Because that's what dudes do. It's like a gun thing. Like, you're just like...
Oh, you would do that?
It's a weapon thing. Fuck yeah, are you kidding me? I'd be like... What's up with that? Why don't you show me what's up?
And then in the morning, he shoots one of the pigeons, which was actually one of the funnier parts of the movie.
That was pretty funny, especially just like, hide, go, 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 go. And then he's supposed to be left home alone with Charlotte. Like, that's a good idea.
That's what I mean. Like, what is he thinking?
And then we get more spider shenanigans.
Well, the spider gets out, and it goes into the bedroom.
Traps her in the bathroom.
And Mimi, instead of being like, oh, hey, my spider got out, he's just, like, peeking at her under the blankets like a creep.
Oh, well, that part, yeah. Like, he's just looking for the spider, though.
But then he sits there and looks at her and is, like, checking her out. And she's, like, freaks out. Like, anybody would freak out if you wake up and there's some teenager in your room, like, looking under your blankets.
Saying that you had a nice PB bushy or whatever he said.
Some word for butt.
Yeah.
And so she's freaking out. She's in the bathroom, and then the spider's crawling around, and she's still in the bathroom, and she's stuck. We're led to believe she's just stuck there all day.
And now he's out in NYC all on his lonesome. And he climbs the Statue of Liberty, and they have to call the cops.
Yep, and then him and Tim Allen get in a fight, because Tim Allen's a dick.
And he's like, oh, I was obligated, which he was. And this kid knew that they tricked and obligated him into taking him. It's like, what are you whining about, kid? You tricked him into taking you. It's like, why did you take me? Because you fucking tricked him, Dicklick. What are you talking about?
Well, but I think that he didn't think he was, like, tricking him. I think he just... I didn't think he... I don't think he knew that he was tricking him. Well, you can do all that all you want, but I disagree.
I mean, you kind of know that your thing is happening tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Then we get this weird twist in the movie where... Okay, we're going to make this a mob thing now.
We're going to sell our coffee shares to the Russian mob because we have no choice. We got to get some money. Which is like, you could have just sold them on the open market at a loss.
Right.
And been fine. But oh no. They got to do it like this. And Tim Allen doesn't agree.
Right, because it's stupid.
Yet Martin Short's dumbass decides to do it anyways, like in a backdoor deal.
Mimi and Tim Allen go to the park, and there's a weird father-son. We're bonding over dancing in the park moment.
Right, and the kid is wearing clothes and face paint.
Yeah, he didn't take his face paint off.
Yeah, so everybody's like, oh, what the fuck is up with that kid? Blah, 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 blah. And it's just very bizarre.
Well, and they go back to the apartment.
And rescue Charlotte, finally, who's been locked in the bathroom the whole day.
And she's freaking out, and she's packing up her stuff, and I'm leaving Tim Allen, and... You know, the typical, I'm not going to handle this. And when we got together, we said we weren't going to have children. It's just like the typical, I'm just thinking of like we were dating and we said we're not going to have children. And then you're like, oh, I just found out I have a son I didn't know about. You can't be mad at the person. Like, they don't know. This guy, literally, there was no way for him to know.
But she could still leave him for that. I mean, she still doesn't want children.
But he's a teenager. Like, he's going to be gone in a couple years. Like,
or a couple minutes.
And he's going to go back to the jungle.
If you just chill out, he's going to be gone.
That's what I mean. Like, she's being a complete bitch. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think people like that are ridiculous.
So the next thing we know, they're going out to the suburbs, and he's getting dropped off.
Like, what? He's going to go stay at Martin Short's house.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, go stay at this girl that you were Googling at in the dress shop.
And so we meet up with Tim and Charlie while they're eating lunch, and Martin Short comes in and cuts it short.
He's like, oh god, I look at all this money I have, and then Tim Allen yells it to the entire restaurant, like for some reason, because that's a good idea.
Right.
So then he's like, no, we're going to go back to the Russian and we're going to sell it back.
In the meantime, they're cooking aquarium fish over at his house.
Right.
Which is lovely.
I just don't, like, you would think, like, they portray Mimi to be just, like, this complete idiot that he can't pick up on the fact, like, oh, these are pets. I already wasn't supposed to eat the cat because it's a pet. Like,
indoor pond.
There's a pond out fucking outside. Like, why would he go and take the tropical fish? It doesn't make sense. Like, it's just... It's one of those tropey things they do in movies whenever it's, oh, somebody from, like, a foreign whatever. They treat them like they're just so stupid and have no common sense.
So they get the mob. They go back on their deal, and the guy's like, oh, you guys are shrewd, blah, 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 blah. The cat gets accidentally darted, which is stupid, like...
Well, you just go put him in his bed, or where he's sleeping, whatever, it'd be fine. Like,
right. And then we get Karen out night fishing with Mimi.
Oh, yeah, they're having
trying to get it in.
They're having their moment.
Yeah.
And the next morning, Martin Short sees that she's in the hammock. They have their clothes on, like...
End of discussion.
Dad! But Mom, we didn't do anything.
Not understand problem.
Look, I'll tell you the problem, Mimi. You started a wildfire in my yard. You ate my yellow dwarf cichlid. And now you're putting the moves of my 12-year-old daughter. Okay?
But that's just not true. Oh, well, there. See, maybe you're overreacting, Richard. I was putting the moves on him.
Tell me I didn't hear that.
Well, now, honey.
It's just, and he freaks out, which is never what you should do in this situation.
And he calls her Ukume, which means he comes on her.
That's not what... Don't be gross. That's not what that means. He said it means, like...
It's something really stupid.
Rain against babbling stream or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And his name's Cat Piss. Yeah, right. Like he didn't name her something gross, too. That's all I'm saying.
That is weird. Like, why would you pick something called cat piss? Like,
because she said it was like a territorial male thing. Like, you know, like he pisses in his spot and like...
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dad's mad that she's trying to fuck the kid. Like,
well, and even the daughter, that was another part of the line in the movie that I found funny. She's like, I was putting the moves on him, which is true.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Oh yeah. So then somebody calls Martin Short.
Their business associate that is in the film for half a second.
Oh, he goes to the deal with them, but doesn't stay. Like it's really
very weird. But he calls from the hospital, all beat up,
and he's like, "Oh, the price of coffee just like skyrocketed." So
now the Russians think that you fucked them.
Which okay. And
so now they're going to come and get you.
So they're trying to get out of the house, and Karen's locked herself in her room, and Tim Allen shows up, and it's this whole stupid thing of, oh, she won't come out of the room, what are we supposed to do?
And then they try and break the door down, and they fall.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's just they gotta have a wacky something.
And then the mob shows up, and they get everybody caught. And
except for Tim Allen and Mimi.
Except for Tim Allen and Mimi, who, then Mimi's like, oh, I know what to do. Take the blow dart gun.
Well, he takes a spider.
As if Tim wouldn't have stopped him, but he just ran up there and he throws the spider on the Russian guy. Of course, more spider humor.
Which, because the Russian guy, conveniently, that's his greatest fear is spiders. So he just like, okay, yeah, it's fine, I'm done.
Yeah, but nobody really is cool with those spiders. I mean,
no, but like he's a big tough Russian guy, and you're gonna sit there and like have me believe that okay, they all overpowered you, and you're just okay, we let it go now. Yeah, you can have all this back. It's fine. We'll let it go.
Have the money. Well, really, the guy's kind of not in the right to come back. I mean, they just paid him back for.
Well, no, he's not in the right, but he's just
He's like, now I have money and coffee shares. Oh.
But it was just something that, like, it didn't really... I don't know. It just, like, didn't really go with the tone of the movie.
It doesn't go well. And then, so they get all cleaned up. Everything's all ready. And the kid's like, I want to go home. I miss my Malika. And so it's just like, okay, yeah, well, it's time to go home. Let's get you on the fucking airplane and send you out of here, you little fuck.
Well, he gives him a lighter of the Statue of Liberty. Oh, here's the fire that the chief wanted, and he gives him a satellite phone. So he can
sat phone. And he's like, oh, this is so sweet. And then you come back, and Tim Allen's just not himself. He's just like, man, this sucks. And he darts his boss by killing a fly.
Well, because Mimi tells him, once you kill a fly with the blow dart, then you'll be a true
Padme or
whatever the tribe is called. So he sees the fly in the midst of all of the the stockbroking whatever, and shoots it. Oh God, I'm a man now. And then he just runs off, and Martin Short follows.
Because that's what he does. He just follows.
Guy.
And so he's bringing him some in-house pussy for his young son.
Shows up in a much more sensible suit on the beach. And
is it a more sensible suit? It's still a suit.
But it's very specifically like a linen, thin, like a specifically made for like tropical weather type of suit.
And he's going to open up a trade thing in Caracas.
Well, really, he's got the pot that he's going to then go bang his still existing wife.
Yeah.
Which that was never implied,
he's going to go back to the old honeypot.
Did she sign the papers, or like...
I believe she did. But it never said. That's weird.
Or, like, are they still married? Because when he came back and she's like, did you take care of business? He, like, made a weird face and was like, yes. Like, he didn't really do it.
I think he did. But that doesn't mean he can't go back and bang his ex-wife.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, she's the one that left him, so,
Yeah.
And didn't bother to tell him.
She seems interested.
She seems like a cunt. Like, I'm sorry. Any woman that keeps their child a secret just because the man was ignoring you. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't whatever.
Secret babies.
That's just a cunty move, in my opinion.
Secret babies.
And that's the end of the movie. Everyone's happy. And, yeah, that's the end.
The end. They make lots of Mimi Karen babies.
Mimi Ukume? Yeah.
So do you got any rewards?
I have a couple. Funny that you were so... Well, this is before 9/11, because actually what I wrote. Definitely pre-9/11, the way TSA be letting anything on the plane. Spiders, weapons, anything in your carry-on, it's fine. Definitely. And they had this shot of the Twin Towers like 3 times.
They did have a lot of Twin Towers
in the movie. So, it's very much pre-9/11, very obviously. that.
I had the Jungle to Jungle Back to the Well award. Because they just kept going back to the well of the spider over and over and over again. The plot basically revolved around the fucking spider.
Like, there's so many things you could do with, like, oh, this person lives in this primitive tribe. Like, remember in George the Jungle where he was like, oh, drinking coffee and he was watching TV and he was doing all of these different things.
Same thing with Enchanted. It was like the same thing.
Yeah, she did all these different things.
And so did the Prince guy that came over.
And that made it more interesting.
But this is just like, no, we're just going to go right back to the spider.
Like, they could have...
Let's go right back to spider. Oh, not enough spider. Let's do a little dart gun, too. Oh, yeah, let's come back to the dart gun, come back to the spider, come back to the dart gun, come back to the spider. And it's like, they just came back to they were just drinking out of the same well.
Yeah, they could have done more with that, for sure. I had the stereotypical 90s not hot award for the fiance.
That's funny. I gave her the Medusa award.
Oh, terrifyingly gross. Well, I don't know if she's really gross, but like, I just feel like a lot of the women they picked as like the girlfriend or the whatever in the 90s were just like, they're just not attractive, but they were allegedly attractive in the 90s. I don't know.
Allegedly attractive. My second one is the Condor Man used the same scene and hope nobody notices once again for the spider.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
The blow dart. It's very repetitive, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and along those lines,
same shit.
I had the Trope-tastic Trope Award. Because, you have, there's the business guy in the jungle, and he doesn't know anything about the jungle, and you got the bitchy fiance lady. Oh, you got the kid who pees somewhere he's not, the foreign person.
He's peeing on the exit door.
And then he pees in the plant in the lady's
That's hilarious,
house or whatever.
That's the funniest part of the movie.
Oh, when he pees in the plant in her office. And then you have, like, the gross foreign food, which, okay, like, any of these movies where somebody who's from America goes to, like, a place where there's, like, a tribe, or the food is always, quote, like, so gross. Like, they're still people. They're not going to eat something that's, like, so unappetizing. You're in freaking Venezuela. There's lots of tropical fruit. There's all kinds of stuff to eat.
Oh, well, yeah, they gave him stuff to eat. Yeah.
But it's just... He's like, lizard guts. It's like... That does not look appetizing to anybody. I just don't think that is realistic. It's just very tropey.
It is very tropey. I got This Young Love. Because Disney Love, and boy are they young.
Oh yeah, they're like 12 and 13 is what they're supposed to be.
And they're like jumping into it.
Nothing happened. They just slept in the hammock.
Uh-huh.
Nothing happened. He didn't give her a pot. Remember, Tim Allen was like, was there a pot involved? And he's like, no. Okay, good. You're done. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but when they went back, you know what was going on there.
Well, it's just different. The standards are just different.
Yeah. It's a foreign country. You can do whatever you want.
It's just different. Do you have anything else?
Nah. Any surprises or disappointments?
Just like how little I remember about this movie, but at the same time...
Oh, you had seen this?
A couple of times.
Ooh.
But at the same time, how much I remembered. Like, I remembered the spider very clearly. I remembered the thing with the piranha very clearly.
Oh, boy.
I remembered the him peeing on the plant. I remembered him climbing the Statue of Liberty. I remembered the end fight scene, but I didn't remember anything context of why anything was happening.
Gotcha.
But I still remembered a lot, but not really a lot about the movie, so it felt like I was watching it for the first time.
I just didn't expect it to be so tropey and dumb. I don't know what I expected.
Well,
but it
because
wasn't
it's like a 90s Disney movie, a live action movie, so you expected more like, I don't know, just better.
Something better, yeah. But it was a Tim Allen movie, so I should have known better.
Should have known.
Let's see. Anything else?
If you remade the movie or made a sequel.
Well, do you have anything? That's what I'm saying. Anything else?
I mean, they could have a reality show of like how long till one of these white people does something stupid and dies out in the jungle.
I would just say that the plane crashes right away and it doesn't happen.
The plane?
Yeah, the plane out there.
But they were seen there.
No, Tim Allen dies before he gets there.
Oh, okay, that's the real story of what happened. Like before.
No, that would be better. That's the remake.
Oh, before he goes out at all. So the movie just never happens.
It's a 2-minute movie.
Oh, God. Okay. Perfect. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Awesome. I definitely enjoyed it more than you did.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I'm not mad about it. I don't think it's
you
that
some,
bad.
I think you have some nostalgia for it.
I don't have nostalgia for it.
You have to. This is not a good movie.
I'm not saying it's a good movie, but I don't think it's a horrible movie.
It is not good.
I think it's
Well, did
fine.
you get a budget for this movie?
$32 million.
What'd it make?
Almost $60 million.
Oh my god. That's not very good.
That's back when people went to the movies.
No, I know.
That's still, I mean, that they more than doubled their money. That's not bad. They didn't lose money. It's not bad.
It's not bad. Okay, so what do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score is?
I'm gonna guess somewhere in the 40s.
Wow, you really do have rose-colored glasses on. With the critics, it's 19. And the people have it at a warm 33.
Well, wait, okay.
What did you rate this movie,
Well,
Kat?
now I'm embarrassed.
I think you probably should be.
Because I gave it a 53% or
Oh my god.
5.3 out of 10 bitchy fiancés that have no business being anywhere.
We couldn't be further apart. I gave it a 23. 30 full points off of yours.
Well,
this movie is just crap.
It's not
It's just
that
stupid.
bad.
It has the same scene over and over again.
But it's like not horrible. It's like cute.
It's just stupid.
It is stupid, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
Ugh. Woof.
Woof. Buzz, your
Woof.
girlfriend. Woof.
Yeah. Woof.com.
That's funny.
Did you get my woof?
No.
All right. Now it's time for Kat's favorite part of the podcast.
Woo.
We got number 181, which is Huck Finn.
Oh.
Or we could go number 392, Looking at You, which is The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Did we watch that, or was that not a thing? Because we have it highlighted.
Are you being serious? You don't remember watching that movie?
Oh, that fucking movie. Okay.
With Morgan Freeman as like the weird uncle guy and the
No, I remember it now. Number 373. It's just, come on, why would I ever think of that movie again? That's Inside Out. Good lord.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Number 330. We're just going down
Should have used my list.
Nope, that's a one in red. Walking, Sleeping Beauty.
Waking Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, I watched that documentary. That was
Number
good.
212.
That is Hercules.
No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Okay.
Come on. You don't think I had that committed to memory when we started this project?
Number 289,
Eh.
which is The Shaggy Dog.
Oh my god. That would have been another Tim Allen. That would have been horrible.
Yeah, you don't say. Number 119. Imagine having to watch those back to back. God, The Shaggy Dog was so terrible.
The new one.
Oh, God, it was bad. Escape to Witch Mountain.
You would have loved that because you loved it.
I would watch that again. That's pretty funny. Number 411, Cruella.
Oh my god.
Number 143, which is... Oh boy, I have no idea what the fuck this is.
143. Is that in the 70s?
No, it's in the 80s.
In the 80s.
It is the movie directly before Herbie Goes Bananas. And I don't even know if this is actually... We'll have to look it up and see if this is actually a movie.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. Just tell me.
From 1980, The Last Flight of Noah's Ark.
Sounds like a real movie.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it actually is. But did it come out in movie theaters?
I'm sure that it did. Everything came out in movie theaters back then.
No, back then we had... What was it, Tiger Town or something? We had to take off the list. So we're probably going to be watching this on, like, Amazon or YouTube or something.
Probably. Yeah, it doesn't say anything that would indicate that it didn't come out in theaters.
Okay. So that's the last flight of Noah's Ark. Not the banger Kat was hoping for.
This could be great. It could be, you said Night Crossing came up under similar things. I love that movie.
No, Night Crossing was just like 3 or 4 movies after this.
Well, there you go. That movie was a banger, so...
Yeah, so was Amy, and Amy was like a couple movies after
this.
this.
You never know. This could be your next Witch Mountain.
The next closest that we watched before this was Unidentified Flying Oddball.
I'm just saying, don't be hating.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
I just have my doubts because it's Noah's Ark. And it's rated G instead of PG like all the rest of them.
Oh, poor you.
Poor you.
You'll survive.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you can like, subscribe.
Leave us a review on your podcast channel, network, platform, the space you listen to podcasts in.
Jammer Hammer Do before. Nobody cares. Yeah. So in the meantime, this has been Disney Odd Pod.
I'm Kat.
I'm Dee.
Bye. I'm going to put it right in the kitchen to live there always.
Well, it can't go there. But it basically has to go into one of the stared storage areas. I just don't care which one.
Secret curtain, secret chats. It's time to podcast with...
What?
Am I not allowed to smile at my husband?
Sure.
Put your headphones on. Stop it.
Why?
Because this is serious business. We have to talk about Jungle 2 Jungle. A little clogged up.
With your mini cold?
Well, I think it is a mini cold. I really do. Because I don't really feel that sick. but the other day, though, when I had the sore throat, I really did feel kind of sick. I didn't feel great. So maybe it is a mini cold. Just as my annual Christmas vacation sickness. This year was not that bad. Right?
That's right.
Suggested films include The Shaggy Dog, Santa Claus, George of the Jungle, Blank Check, and Flubber. Those are suggested films that we should watch after watching this.
Did you bring my notebook?
I threw it over there. Did you sit on it?
Well, not on top of it.
I literally threw it on your side of the couch. Stand up. Or move your legs apart.
There's no notebook.
Well, what did you do to it, David?
I didn't do anything. I just sat down.
I threw it on your side of the couch.
Oh, there is a notebook. It conformed to my butt.
It's okay. This is my first podcast with glasses. Everyone be nice. Do you remember how to do this, or do you forget?
I don't remember really at all. I do forget.
Are you being sarcastic?
Not exactly. It's only been like a month. I feel like something else came out.
Just Wish.
Wish.
Yeah.
When you... Oh, yeah, that's 420, bro. 420.
Is that the only notes that you took?
That's sort of I only took this many notes the last time, too.
Well, I only took... That's pretty light for me, also.
I've been trying to take very few notes.
That's fine.
Because I don't think it's all that necessary. Like, some is good.
Well, you don't want to forget something important.
That's why I said some is good. But I don't need to write the entire plot down.
I mean, if you have a short-term memory problem like I do, you kind of do, but it's okay.
Like I do.
Yeah.
Short-term memory problem like I do.
Wait, is that song that's like... Wait.
And I do.
Isn't that like a Lisa Loeb song
I
or
think
something?
So. Yeah.
But I do. You feel it, but I do. That one. It should have been in this movie. Probably would have fit right in. Okay.
No, at this time, she was like the hottest thing in the world. Yeah, okay. Anyhow, are you ready?
Yeah.